talk. I love my life. 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 None of we don't know where tomorrow might bring, cause the future the hours away. So me I live my life today. Me I live my life today. Yeah, so long me make me talk what I want for talk. Me have enough to say. So me I go live my life today. Me I go live my life today. So everybody else just sing it out. Me love my life. Me love my life. Me love my life. So me I live my life today. Me love my life. Me love my life. Me love my life. So me I live my life today.
So it's a rainy Sunday out. Lots of little squalls passing through. Can't really be outside doing projects. We're also both kind of beat because Nestor did a bunch of kite surfing yesterday. So we're looking for little inside projects we can do, and I am troubleshooting our Frigiboat system. The refrigeration on this boat has always been a little odd. It was a keel cooled unit, and the keel cooler was damaged when it ran aground. So Nestor cut it off and sealed up the hole when we were trying to keep water from getting into the boat when it was aground. So that opened the unit up, and I think some refrigeration was probably lost. I'm not totally sure about any of this really. I'm no refrigeration expert, but I've talked to the people at Frigiboat a couple of times. In fact, when we called them the first time, they were basically like, sounds like your unit was ruined, I'd get rid of it. And we decided to try to fix it. Charged it up, turned it on, and it works. It definitely freezes stuff in the freezer, and it definitely cools the stuff in the fridge enough to have refrigeration. The freezers, you know, I'm not sticking meat in there and relying on it staying frozen, and definitely the fridge should be kept at a cooler temperature. So what's happening is our compressor is continuously running, always trying to get up to temp and never actually getting there. And our evaporator gets like really frosty. So first step of business is I'm defrosting the freezer. Second set of business, I'm gonna make a plug for the refrigerator side drain. Third set of business, I'm gonna turn the whole unit all back on, let it get cold, check the thermostat. I have my own little thermometer that I have taped up on the wall in there, and I'm gonna double check that the thermostat and my thermometer are reading the correct amount. And then we wait and we see what happens. We're either under or overcharged with refrigerant. They have similar symptoms, so I'm not totally sure. On top of that, there's a filter that keeps weird shit from getting in your evaporator and clogging your system, and we could change that out because maybe that's an old filter that was on there when the boat was damaged and could have some nasty stuff in it that's not really allowing the refrigerant to flow properly. So this will be a process for sure, but I just wanted to keep you guys in the loop, and I'll update you as I go through the steps on what's going on with it, and hopefully we can figure it out. Nestor is gonna work on some sewing and canvas little projects that we need to get done on this rainy day. He just made that whole new control panel for outside in the cockpit with the ignition and all that stuff we showed you, and now he is going to make a nice umbrella fabric cover to snap over it. Right now Nestor's going to do that cover. I think he also is thinking about doing a cover for the generator in gray, and maybe we get like a tiller cover and some propane covers also in gray. All right, well, that's it for right now. Just updating you on our Sunday lazy rainy day on the boat. We're gonna watch some movies, do these little projects, enjoy a down day. We don't really do down very well. Well, Nestor has had a very productive day. He just made this awesome new cover for our paddleboard. Complete with drawstring toggle.
All finished on the inside.
Beautiful.
So it doesn't get messed up. It's a simple bag. You can probably store a pump and other stuff in there as well. So that'd be nice.
He also made this awesome snap cover. Underneath there's the instrument panel. Just keeps the sun from eating our panels up. And eventually all this canvas will turn gray slowly but surely. Beautiful afternoon out here. Finally not raining.
So what's up guys? After 4 months almost, I have to shake the bottom and clean the prop. It's probably what's gonna be the worst. Yeah, let's go check it out. That's not too bad. The prop is super, kind of like barnacle-y, but that's it. There's no barnacles all over the hull of the boat. It's just like a super slime. It comes out pretty quickly, so we're just gonna clean the prop out, and yeah, we'll go out to another anchorage that I like to do the bottom, and I'll detail the bottom. So here we go, guys. I got the prop clean. The bottom actually doesn't look bad at all. It's just slime. That bottom paint is really good. So check out the bottom paint. Yes, and that's how usually that prop is, that shiny.
All right, so the shaft and propeller are clean. We are fully stocked up on provisions, and we're gonna head out to Dackety, our favorite anchorage, for a few days and clean the bottom, and getting ready to take down our mast, which is gonna be a big project, but we're really excited about redoing the rigging. It's kind of depressing having a sailboat that you can't actually leave and sail on. We've never had a boat where we aren't like, we could just take off with no money as long as there's wind and go anywhere else, and it'll be really nice to have the rigging done and be able to just sail away. In the meantime, we are going to motor up to Dackety. I am ready. We're off. Even just knowing that we're like off and going, I mean, we're literally heading like right out there, but it just feels so good. Free. It's like this stunningly gorgeous afternoon. Alright guys, well that is pretty much it for this afternoon. We are gonna sit out here, relax, maybe have a club soda, enjoy our new location, and we will see you in the morning. Good morning. We are on the boat out at Daquiri, and we've just had our first cup of coffee, and Nestor is all ready.
Once the machine is out, it's hard for me to stop sewing.
So at some point our generator cover that Nestor had made blew off the boat or something. We've lost it, and we really don't like to leave the generator out in the sun unprotected from the elements. He's gonna pump out a cover for the generator today.
A little cover, all the little projects started.
Very exciting. New cover for our generator in gray. Cool. Good job, so seamster.
They call me the seamstress. So I've been spending all morning again stitching some covers. I've been changing all the canvas. I want this gray, and we have kind of like mismatched stuff, all green and blue, and I want to start cleaning it up. I want to do the covers for the dinghy chap, so I've been getting my skills back in order with all the little projects. Just keeping busy.
What's that you're working on?
This is a propane tank
Covers?
cover, because
Nice.
we have fiberglass propane tanks, and we have them outside, and I like to keep them covered up.
And he made a new tiller cover this morning already. As he said, we're trying to get everything switched to gray, and it looks so clean and nice. I really like it. I'm excited, especially since we're gonna have gray Dyneema rigging soon. Nestor really wants to do dinghy chaps before we take the mast down, because that'll be a big project he'll be all immersed in, and we really want to just get the dinghy chaps done and have the dinghy protected while it's still brand new. I was trying to figure out what's going on with the water maker. It's been doing this weird thing where the gallons per hour drops all the way down at every stroke of our Clark pump, which it doesn't normally do. So I'm trying to figure out what's going on with that. Maybe there's some air getting introduced into the system somewhere, because when I bleed it a lot, it stops happening. And then after like 10 minutes or so, it'll start happening again. I'm thinking maybe somewhere in the pressurized system there's a teeny tiny little leak. Nestor's gonna take a wrench in there and just go over all the pressurized hose fittings, see if there's anything that can be tightened a little bit and if that helps. He's also going to install this little cooling fan on our feed pump. We have 2 feed pumps, and the pumps get really hot. So whoever installed the water maker originally made this cool little bracket. It goes right on top of the pump perfectly. And then this little 12-volt fan mounts right on top of it like that, and blows constantly on the pump, keeping it nice and cool. One of our fans died, so only one of our pumps has been running with a fan. But I mean, they're not designed to have a fan, so I don't think that should actually cause any problem. But definitely they run better when they're cooler. So he's gonna stick that fan on there. And then update on the refrigeration system. We bled a little bit of refrigerant out yesterday and then let it sit for 24 hours now. It doesn't really seem to have made too much of a difference. The exhaust of the condenser plate, I'm gonna call it exhaust, I don't really know, it's the out of the condenser plate, seems to have been a little less frosty today than it has been in the past. So we're gonna try bleeding a little bit more out today, see how it reacts. I'm hoping that that's the problem. I literally woke up this morning like, Nestor, I've been working on fixing the refrigeration in my sleep. Even in my dreams, I'm like fixing this boat. So while he's doing that, I'm gonna make some sweet potato chocolate cake. Phew, that's it. Back in that little corner, you can't even see it. And I'm sure you can barely hear me, but the fan is in. And Nestor tightened all the fittings. So we'll see if that helps. I also text messaged the pro here in Puerto Rico, so hopefully he'll get back to me and let me know what he thinks about that. And the cake is happening, so that's exciting. One of my favorite things about living on a boat and being in the tropics, and especially out at Dakity, is waking up in the morning and jumping in the water. But it is a beautiful morning, and Nestor just asked me, we're gonna jump in. Woo! 1, 2. Not cold at all.
Oh, it's so lovely.
So nice. Look at that pretty boat. We're gonna take the new fishing pole and see if we can catch some dinner. Yeah. What's he got? Little sama? No, koinua. These are little jacks here. We call them koinua, and they are full of ciguatera, so we do not eat them. But they're real fun to fish. Great sport. Thanks, buddy. Sorry.
I lost it. Nope, still there.
Algo chiquito. Una samita.
No,
Little colirubia. Too little, but just what we want. Looky. Well, it's gotten 2 bites, so that means the fish like it.
We got 2 fish, not 2 bites. We got 2 fish out that we released. Nice little yellowtail. Those are really good eating. They're really hard to spearfish. That's why we've been like spearfishing lately a lot.
They're really fun to catch,
Really fun to catch on the rod and reel.
Never a dull moment at Vibra Verde Sailing. We were just slowly trolling around and ran out of gas.
I knew that we were low on gas.
Yeah.
And I was like, maybe we'll make it, maybe we won't. But
We've got oars, so we weren't too worried about it. We called our friend Tyler up, who brought us this tank of gas, and we don't have the right fitting for it, so we just stuck the line in there. It's working great. But on his way over, his boat got a hole in it, and now it's sinking. So we're gonna go and check on him. Nestor had him trim the engine up, bring the bow of the boat up out of the water, and we gave him our little hand bilge pump. Let's see. Trailer has pulled up over there and gotten the bow out.
Oh yeah.
And we're gonna go and check out the hole in Tyler's boat. Yikes. And
Robin.
yeah,
Holy shit, that's a giant hole.
that is a giant hole. You can see the ocean down through there.
They call it aguadillano because it's from Aguadilla. They're flat and it's like very traditional from Puerto Rico, so you can beach it. In a crash boat, there's tons of those. It's like a style of yola that they make here in Puerto Rico.
Help me pull. 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3. That's good.
Never a fun day when your boat gets a hole in the bottom of it.
Nope.
Luckily he's got lots of other boats and a place to put it where he doesn't have to worry about it sinking. Well, crisis is averted. We've got a little bit of gas to get us back to the sailboat. I think we're good. Well, that's it guys. No fish, no luck today. We're back at Christopher Robin and it's a beautiful afternoon and we'll make something else delicious for dinner instead of fish.
Tomorrow is another day. We'll see what kind of adventures we get into or projects.
We are having fried cauliflower wings for dinner tonight. Out on the bow. Look at this.